Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 2 video. Today we are going to be checking out the Great Western Express update, well specifically in the 166 which has had the most updates. We're doing a Greenford to Paddington service. Let's get the doors open. Let's do that. So yeah, quite a lot we can actually see on this service. I actually picked it not because it was a short one, but because we sort of see the most amount in the shortest amount of time, which is great. Oh, we don't need to open the doors. So do you, mate. Let's quickly do that. Well, we'll get the doors open anyway. DSD. Set that to day. Cat Ace is here. Do that. Instrument lights. You can also now contact the signaller from the phone and the GSMR. And let's get going. And the cat is right in the way of the screen. Lovely. Right, let's get going. But yeah, hopefully everyone's all well. And how is everyone finding the Great Western update? Also, as we head out of here, there you go, platform PIS. So what is it, every half an hour? Yeah, every half an hour, I suppose, from Greenford to Paddington as we make our way out. And you will notice it's much more sluggish to 166. It has sort of, well, not been, well, it's been nerfed, so it's not as fast accelerating as it used to be, but that's just more realistic. So if it's more realistic, that's good. And also one of the big things, I'm looking. There we go. PIS on the train. It's been a long time coming, but we finally do have it. And to change it, you just click this here. So you can do all different ones on there, which is quite cool. Well, let's not go through all of them, as there's a lot of stations. Just like, even that one says all stations, and then OK. There we go. But yeah, quite cool to be seeing that now in there. It was a long time coming, but it's finally here, which is great. And see if you can spot the little surprise at Ealing Broadway, which I will end up mentioning in it. But yeah, see if you can spot it before I mention it, and just put it in the live chat. Put that down. There we go. As we come up to Ealing Broadway, the braking seems near enough the same. So it just seems the acceleration is slightly nerfed. But I mean, if it's more realistic, then that is completely fine. So you'd rather it being realistic than unrealistic. So, as before, it used to shoot off. It was like an AC electric train. It used to accelerate very, very quickly. Can you spot it? Can you spot it? You might have seen it. You might have spotted it. Can you spot the difference? Yeah, see if you can spot it. Here we are. You should be able to spot it right now. Can you see it? I'm actually looking. I'm zoomed in on it. Yes, we do have an underground train now at Ealing Broadway. I mean, it's slightly unrealistic, as it wouldn't be a Bakerloo line 72 stop. That's smudged in front of the screen. It would also be. Why do I think 70? It's not 73, is it? So it'd be one of the S8s or something. But yeah, we've got a tube train there, so it does look quite cool seeing that there. Oh, we've got one whizzing through as well. You know, a bit of sort of static scenery there, which yeah, very nice to see that sort of sat there. I mean, if you're whizzing by, you wouldn't really notice it's a 72. So even from here, if you don't fly out, you might think, oh, that's probably actually something which is there. So cool to see that. And then we've got Acton Main Line after this. Rush hour passengers as well. I'm sort of just going through all the big changes at the moment. I won't go through all of the technical changes, as there is a lot. So yeah, do check the update patch notes video out for that. I'll leave a link for it below if I remember. But yeah, PIS. It is very, very nice to see it. And rush hour passengers, hence the why it's so packed. Also got the PIS inside the train. There you go, London Paddington on there. Where are all these people going? Oh, we're going up onto the footbridge. Right, let's get going. Oh, well, that would make sense, yeah. Thought that would help. Off we go. Let's watch it going out. See if you can spot any sort of other differences. The horn sounds a little bit different, doesn't it? Which I think actually has been inverted, so this tone would have been by pressing N. I think that's been changed. Out we go. There we go, out of Ealing Broadway. So we continue on. So the next bit we'll see a difference in is Acton Main Line. And we're not going to see it today, but at Reading they now have a pumpkin cafe. They've got a WH Smith's, that's back. So yeah, you've got a few more things going on at Reading as well. So yeah, overall it's been a great improvement, and the new skybox as well. By I think it was community member London Midland who did the skybox, or the new skybox. So not every route has it, but the majority, well, still the minority of routes, I think. It's catching up. It's getting on to more and more over time. So yeah, coming up on Acton Main Line, which talking about on the sort of freight subject, a couple of new freight services which use the cement PCA wagons or PCA thingies from the Tees Valley line. So if you're familiar with the Tees Valley line and the Class 31 and the freight trains you get on there, the cement trains, those wagons are now in GWR or GWE for a couple of services. And you've also got the containers, which aren't the boring ones now. Well, you've still got a few sort of unbranded ones, but they look better, and you've got the licensed ones as well. And Acton Main Line, well, Acton Yard in general, just feels busier. You know, you've got much more, even though it's static, you've got a bit more going on as to what it was before, where there wasn't really a lot at all. So it's nice to see that's been changed. And then we come into Acton Mainline Station. Yeah, good stuff. What's everyone's favourite feature in the update? Maybe it's the train PIS, station PIS. What's been your favourite thing? Coming in just a little bit quick here. Should be all good though. I did say the physics had been changed, so... Although, no, we're on the stock market, there we go. But yeah, physics have been changed on this. I think more just the acceleration. But yeah, doesn't it look gorgeous with the PIS? And then the next big thing we'll see is Paddington, which feels busier as well. So I don't know if they have added some more sort of AI. I take that back. I take that back. I don't think they have. So on one of the services I did on the stream last night, it was packed. And when we then got to the other end, I checked again, it was still packed. So I thought they might have added maybe a bit more AI in, but it seems still to be the same. Which I suppose is sort of one of the next big things for this route. Is probably a new timetable. I think that's probably the next thing needed on this, which I reckon we'll see at some point as well. I know they said Joe Burgess was eager to tackle this route, so that would be cool. But yeah, it's nice to have the PIS there, isn't it? Let's change it and see if the see if that changes. Yeah, it changes the route codes. We're now Route 1. Nice. Let's try and go back to Paddington. Back to Paddington. There's London Paddington. Okay. So that's a forward. And it is Paddington next. Let's get going in near enough 4 miles. Doesn't feel that long though. Well, there's a fairly slow section, so slower section of our journey. And yeah, Paddington is the next thing, which is like, wow. If you remember Paddington before and you see it in this, you'll be like, whoa, it's 100 times better. It looks so much more realistic. As before, it almost seemed like there was tons of floodlights just beaming down at Paddington, so it was always really bright and really sort of just really white in general. But yeah, the update has made it much more realistic, much dimmer, and just much more how you would expect it to be in real life. So it looks good. Off we go. As we make our way along. Get in there. Now we've also yet to try out the Northern Transpennine update. If you're watching this on release day, that should already be out. So do look at the playlist if you want to see that update. which is still fairly major as well. Not as major as I say this one, but still a biggie. Let's get a flyby shot of the train as it whizzes past Old Oak Common. No! I pressed the analog stick down by accident. Go back. Go back. There we go. That's better. Also, the walking around sound now doesn't sound like you're stepping on grass going through the train. That's also been sorted. And you can also contact the signaller using the buttons here. So the phone and also the GSMR SG button. Well, that's the next thing, I suppose. GSMR. We will. I'm sure we'll see that in the game at some point. Well, I suppose it would really only be a minority of players who would use it. I doubt many players would end up using the GSMR. Or probably maybe more 50-50. So see, people who aren't really into trains, they might be like, what's that? And then just end up not using it. But it would be cool though to see it in the game. I don't know how hard it would be to implement. Yeah, not sure. But yeah, that would be cool to see. As we, I think that's North Pole Depot on the right, which we've just passed. Down to 50, and it comes down to 40 next on the approach into London Paddington. Lovely. Getting there. But yeah, thanks all for coming in. If you're enjoying the video, feel free to leave a thumbs up. And down to 40 next. As we get there. Slow and steady. It's quite slow into Paddington. But yeah, we'll get there. It comes down to 40 next. Then you got Westbourne Park Station on the right coming up, which is the Hammersmith and City and Circle line. Also, another little thing. This is not actually for Great Western Express. Well, sort of, but then sort of not. The livery designer. You can now add licensed logos. So Great Western Railway, you can add. Thameslink, Southern, you can add their official logos onto liveries. Thameslink as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what liveries people come up with on there. That would be cool to see. That's where the Elizabeth line was being built. See, all of that now is a railway in operation. It's quite cool coming into Paddington. You sort of got the massive gap there on the left. You got the underground what comes up there. So it's there. It's quite a cool approach. And you've got obviously the Royal Oak Station, the bridges going across, tons of signals all over the shop. Quite a bit going on. And you'll know it's a big difference for Paddington. You probably actually already can see the difference just from here. As before it used to call Bright, sort of even on the approach looking into Paddington. Platform 11, so I think that's one of the nearer bits to the main area, which is good. Down to 25. Yeah, can you believe this route's been out for almost 5 years? Almost 5 years. Well, 4 years near enough on the console, but 5 years nearly on the PC. Well, 4.5. Yeah, here we are. This is Paddington. Cool. And a fellow, well, a fellow viewer, subscriber, did say coming into stations with buffers that you sort of want to come in about 15. That was from a real train driver. So we shall bring it down as we come into the station. We're going on the left here. No, this is 11 here. But yeah, it looks 100 times better. Because before it was really, really bright. But now it's much nicer on the eyes, much more lifelike. Just looks so much better than to what it was. More dingy. Feels much more how it should. And so we saw that with Brighton Station, that had its changes as well. That looks much better as well. Love seeing the PIS though. Just having it on this route is great. Here we are, though. We make it in the end. There we go. Cool. Doors open, and that is gonna be it, everyone, for, if I can get that, for today's Trainsim World 2 video. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found in the description to the Discord server, to the PayPal, and to the merch store if you do want to help support the channel. That was the Great Western Express update, and I hopefully will see you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.